So I moved to Australia earlier this year on impulse, slightly. The signs kept pointing me here, and I'm like, okay, whatever, let's go to Australia. But the ambitious mind is like, oh, well, what opportunities are there in Australia? What is this gonna do for my productivity? That's not the point of Australia for me. I've come to realize after 2.5, almost 3 months of being here, it's not. It's not. It's for me to find me. But that has been the ongoing theme now for the past few years after my entire internal metric system of success crumbled fucking into flames. And it was just like, oh, none of this actually matters at all. And the kicker, I just kind of knocked it all out, you know? And I'm like, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. What do I actually want my life to look like? Like, what in reality is my dream life? And not the one said through any lens, but the one that I actually want. Because growing up, you're told, hey, yeah, I'm gonna be a lawyer, or I'm gonna go be a doctor, or my company's gonna get funded by this big accelerator, and then I'll feel good about myself. No, no. Veronica, Veronica, my shit is like, I wanna create a bunch of random ass companies that are all fucking vibrantly cool as shit because I'm involved. Personally, I want to have the freedom to travel the world. I want to have fuck all money to go do what I want when I want to fucking do it, where I want to do it, whenever I want to do it. And if I'm bound to anything and I need to be in a place, I'll do it gracefully and I'll be there. But I want the freedom. I want a house on the water. I want a husband that doesn't fucking drive me up a wall. I want him to push me further. I want us to be better people because we're together. All around. All around. Although his purpose is not everything. He doesn't have to carry it all. But the person I'm with is gonna push me 10 times forward. If not, I will die alone. And I do not care. I don't care. I will start a family maybe. But I want a house on the water. I don't really care where it is, but don't. It could be anywhere. I want multiple houses, but one of them is on the water. Big windows. Almost like art gallery feel inside. Because I like collecting shit. Like a fucking scavenger. Yeah. It's like the early turmoil of my 20s really threw me in the fucking rocker, you know? Because on one end, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go pursue that life. The life that I just listed out to you. I'm like, I'm gonna start this marketing agency, or I'm gonna do business, and I'm gonna get in all of these rooms with all of these people that know so much information and lead the economy, and I'm gonna suddenly fucking know everything that I need to know. The disconnect was so hard. So hard. Like, the pathway doesn't go like that, Veronica. It doesn't. I don't know. In my mind, I was like, shit, this shit will figure itself out, you know? No. Then now I'm in the era where things come on my plate that are big opportunities that I would have fucking died for in my early 20s. And I just like shrug because they're not what I want to do anyway anymore. Never really was. Never really was. Uh, it's like, okay, yeah. Here's this big ass opportunity that you can full heartedly leverage, and it's everything you've ever been praying for. But you're not the one that you've always been praying for. So this shit's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. Because what are you gonna do? Just push out a bullshit campaign? Absolutely fuck not. Absolutely not. Because if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm not doing it in the way that's expected. Hell fucking no. What's the point of me being here if I'm just gonna add to the fabric of bullshit? No. No, immediately no. If I'm not shape-shifting something, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And that's not to say that you don't need to do the little smaller tasks to get to the big thing. I get that. But the energy of who I am and what I bring to the world around me, in the professional sense, in a personal sense, no, I need to be me. Without me being my full and unapologetic self, no matter what accolade or success I get, it's gonna leave a sour taste in my mouth. Because it needs to be deeper than that. It needs to be something that I genuinely am proud that I put into this world. Which is hard because there's so many multifaceted factors that make something proud that I put into the world for me. It needs to be intellectually stimulating. It needs to push the narrative forward. It needs to have a design finesse. It's all of these factors to me matter. They matter. It needs to be socially competent. And maybe I'm hard on myself, but I don't think so. I think I just hold myself to this high standard because to me, what's the point of trying if you don't? What's the point? Without that, I am nothing. Literally nothing. Cry. Anyway, I always feel like I'm on the brink of a crash out and the biggest turning point in my life at every given moment, and I'm just tired of that. I would just like to be. Let me tell you, a girl's competent, okay? I can make some shit shake. If I decide that I'm gonna make something happen, it will happen. And maybe that's the problem. It looks crazy. Because if I decide on the wrong thing and I decide to make it happen, it will still happen. It's gonna happen. My hands are on it. It's gonna fucking happen. I don't take that shit lightly. It's also like just surrendering to the flow, but I'm not gonna be tossed around. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Surrendering to the flow is also me having my riverbank and knowing that it's contained. The flow, if water is just fucking floating in the air, it has no flow. There, where is it going? What is it doing? There's no flow. There needs to be a path, even if you don't know where it leads to. And every single day, I am, my main focus is being the woman that carves this path. And also knowing that the world around me will help contribute to this path because it's all in our best interest to make this path go to a destination, to flow, to feed the life around it. I have so many grand fucking visions. And I can't seem to have the desire, or I guess the definitive mark that this is the path that I'm gonna go do. And this is something that I project on my partners. I say, I want a definitive man. I want a man who knows what he wants and how he wants it. I don't even know who I want, who I am, what I want, and how I want it. How am I gonna ask for it? How? The only fucking way I'm gonna get that is by embodying it. And I don't even have it in me. Right at this state, no fucking way. But I do. But there's parts of me that are so relentlessly true to some values or some insights that I've picked up along the way that I'll never let go of in this era, because there's such prime information that guides me in who I have become and what matters to me. And it's this bigger philosophy to me of consciousness and the role of humanity. And I like to think that we're all one, but what is the purpose of us all expressing ourselves differently? Like, what is the different? What is the purpose of you and me being different? You and your teacher, you and your daughter, you and some stranger on the street, and zoom out on this whole big overview of all of the people on this world. What is the purpose of us moving both in unison and just living on this big floating rock in space, but still being different? And of course, there's maybe a scientific angle to this, but it's also on a spiritual level. If we're all of this big spirit and we're expressing ourselves in different ways through the people that we embody, it's important that we embody who the fuck we are. Because that's the only way that this bigger fabric of this like divine intervention of this larger entity that we all are will have purpose. It doesn't have purpose beyond it. Or does it? It can still have purpose, I think. I guess I think of it like a plant of some sort that starts off as a seed and has offshoots, right? Like stems that come out of it to grow into the earth. Like this plant here, right? It starts at the bottom and the leaves offshoot from it. And every leaf has its function. It catches light from this angle, this angle, this angle. But the prime function is so that plant stays alive. And if we say every leaf is a different person, then every leaf should try its very fucking hardest to do its damn job. But you can't replace the fact that this tree is destined to be this tree. As in, a acorn is not going to make an oak tree. And it all applies to us too. Like, I'm a fucking acorn, right? And for me, I have my different parts that are taking in the world and taking in the nutrients and having moments of rest in the off seasons. And that all serves a function to my acorn, my purpose on this earth. Which, fuck if I know, did I define it before? Did I come up with that shit now? I don't know. I don't know anymore. But all I know is that I'm still a fucking acorn. Like, I, I, cannot trade up. who I am, to try to be someone else and try to measure myself against measures of success that do not apply to me. There's like some shit you've probably heard before with a fish. You can't measure a fish against a fucking grasshopper or whatever the fuck. That's definitely not what it is. But you can't compare, how they operate. Or a tree. You can't compare a tree to a fish. It's just they don't even operate the same. So why do I care about other people's opinions? Because I do. Because part of me being an acorn, or at least I've convinced myself that part of my benefit of being my acorn is that my type of acorn happens to be rather empathetic. My type of acorn is intelligente and analyzes the whole world around me and all the moving pieces. Because I feel like I'm more than an acorn. I feel like I am the earth. I am the people. I am the culture. And when I say I am, I always mean we are. So let me be my fucking little acorn who wants to share my little piece. But I feel like a fraud. Yet, I've had so many experiences that are the truth and are lived experiences and cannot be denied because they are my reality. It literally happened. I lived it. If they have not claimed what they've been through, or if they deem it not important, in reality, we're all important. We're as important as we give it power to be. I still wish that I was able to describe this essence of us all being separate humans on purpose. Because we all have our own unique lived experience, our own unique set of environmental factors that makes our unique one of one human experience pivotal into the fabric of society. No matter how much influence you have on the surface or how much we know your influence is, you're still inevitably always a piece. You're always going to be a piece of the puzzle. That's another one. The puzzle will never be complete without all of its pieces. Never. It will always piss you off if that one corner is gone. Maybe I'm just a corner. But we're all the puzzle. But we're all the puzzle. That's me. That's where my mind's at right now. So I hope that helps.